What's up, guys? So I wanted to make another video today explaining some tips on how to become a full-time artist. I'm still new to this game, of course, but I just wanted to make a couple tips that explain how I'm doing it and what's working. And basically, it's a lot harder than it sounds, but managing your money really well and knowing what is going to be put back for either bills, groceries, gas, whatever, and then how much you're going to be able to put back for your artwork and how you're going to keep growing that side of things while this side is growing. Everybody manages their money differently, but the way I do it is if I go to an event or a pop-up or a gallery or whatever, and say I sell products or a piece at those certain things, I will take money of how I'm going to pay myself, how much I put back for bills, and how much will I put back for my artwork. So I would say managing your money definitely is a key thing when becoming a full-time artist. Another key tip that I would explain would be how to basically to make products of your work. With me, I make, of course, the main painting, but I also make it last a lot longer than just a painting. I will make it into bags, blankets, t-shirts. I have the toy figure now. All these different things that you can make from just a painting. So yes, when the painting sells, you still have multiple products of that piece to sell to others. And sometimes people, don't want to spend, a high dollar price for an original piece, but they still want to support the art. And so then that's when like the cheaper items come into play. And having those versatile products definitely goes a lot farther than just the painting itself. But if you don't want to get into the accessories and the merch part of things, just create paintings. It's definitely doable, but it's, like I said, everybody does this basically just different. And these are just ways that I do it myself, that I enjoy doing, and it helps me to bring in funds for all the things that I want to do. Another thing that I've learned that works really well would be reaching out to, local businesses, relationships with people that you've grown that have, a business or a space that you can just contact and come pop up for a couple of hours. On like Saturdays, I go to a certain place where I like to pop up that does really well. And then maybe on a Wednesday, I'll hit up a different place and try to go out there for a couple hours. Um, so then, you have your main events, your main shows, but also you have like the side mission jobs where you're just going and, setting up for a couple hours and making your quick cash. And it also helps to get your name and your work out there more, because the more people that see your work, the more that they want to be invested in your work and your brand. And eventually they want to own a piece. And that's the beautiful thing about being an artist, is growing a community of people that want to support you, that want to be in the circle of what you're doing. And it's a great thing. Another tip that I would recommend would be having a set schedule. Having a set schedule goes really far. Just like a schedule you would have at work, or 9 to 5, whatever. Having your own set schedule is a good way to go, so you know what your day is going to look like, how your weeks are going to look like, and what you need to do to keep creating, so when those big events, pop-ups, and etc. come around, you've planned it all out, you have your pieces ready for them. You manage your time well, so everything is going in a nice flow. Because being all over the place, I don't know about you guys, but for me, being all over the place does not work. Because when I'm all over the place, I feel like I'm either doing too many things at once, or basically, sometimes not doing enough. And so having that schedule has really helped me out. So I would definitely recommend having a schedule that you can go off of, so you know what your day is going to look like. And not every day is going to be the same. I have a schedule, but then there's sometimes I have to go drop off product, or I'll go to a meeting, or just go hang with friends for a couple hours. And so not every day is like that, but most of my days look a certain way. And that's just how I do it myself. I don't know about you and how you would want to do it, but these are just, like I said, these are just tips that I'm sharing from my experiences that maybe can help you in the long run. Another tip would be having products ready to go or in the works. And basically, I call that planning for the future. So when a show comes up, or if you want to have your own exhibition, or say you get reached out for an exhibition, or a certain pop-up comes around that you want to get into, having your products ready to go so you're not in a rush, and having a supply, I guess, of pieces ready to go for certain shows and events. I try to have at least 5 to 6 pieces already done, ready to go, put back. So as I'm creating the new stuff, like the one behind me, while I'm creating this one, if a pop-up comes up around, the time before I'm finished with this one, I have products to take from here to that event, and then say those sell, I have this one, it's almost done, so I can already put it back over here. So then while these pieces are still here, I'm already creating the next 2 or 3 to put back for a certain event or show. And I find that that's really helped me a lot, planning for the future and just having certain set things ready to go, ready to be put out. And just like I said, main key is planning for the future. Also, just reaching out to pop-ups, events. There's a lot of people that want to hold shows or pop-ups that they want vendors to come to. Whether it's months down the road, then it's like, boom, that goes right back to planning for the future. There's definitely a lot more that goes into it, but these are just a couple of steps that I use for myself. And as I keep saying, everybody's going to approach this situation different. And everybody's going to have a certain schedule. Everybody's going to, do something different. But if you can take any of these tips and add it to your own full-time, or if you're wanting to be a full-time, taking some of these tips and adding them to your basis, I guess, would be a good way to go about it. But like I said, I'm still fairly new into being a full-time artist, but so far so good. I've managed it really well to where I'm not afraid of the future. I'm always planning for the future, and I'm excited to see where it leads, and I'm excited to continue the journey. As long as, everything keeps going well, it'll be something I'm gonna keep doing for sure, because it's a dream of mine that I've wanted to become a full-time artist doing what I love doing. And as long as I have the support and the people in my corner to help me to keep going, I mean, that's all it's about. But yeah, I hope some of these tips helped you. There's a lot more that goes into it that I'll probably make a second video to, but these are just like my main key steps that I find that work really well for me, so I'm hoping that they'll work really well for you. If you have any tips that maybe you could add below, or if there's any comments that you guys want to talk about on a certain tip that I threw out, definitely let me know, and I'm always willing to add a certain step to my own work, or even share the tips to other people. But yeah, be sure to like this video, subscribe if you want to keep up with my journey, and check my Instagram out. My Instagram's throughmyeyes__. There I post all my pieces, different reels, my journey, different products that I'm into or getting in. But yeah, until the next video, thank you for checking out another Through My Eyes video. I hope these tips helped you, and see you in the next one.